Hi guys and welcome back to Tom Talks. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And today we're going to be talking about the Grammys because they were last night / this morning because I'm in the UK. Yeah, I've got a few things to say. The Grammys are always a bit of a mismatch. You get good stuff, you get bad stuff. Let's have a look. So to start with, Record of the Year went to Miley Cyrus for Flowers. I was really rooting for Billie Eilish in this category. To be honest, I think that's a fantastic and emotional and really impactful song. But Miley Cyrus Flowers is definitely one of the better songs here, so I'm not mad at that winning per se. I just would have gone with Billie Eilish personally. But Flowers, pretty good song. Good songwriting, it's catchy, you know it. And Miley Cyrus does deserve to win a Grammy, and it's nice that she's won a Grammy for the first time this year. Now, Album of the Year, and it's got a lot of people talking because Taylor Swift won for her album Midnight, which is her fourth best album win, which means she's now the most successful artist in this category. This album really doesn't deserve to win Best Album of the Year, in my opinion. In fact, arguably this is the worst album on this list, to be honest. So if you look at the others, John Batiste, I'm not particularly interested in. The Boy Genius album, the record is great. The Marley album was okay, but I prefer it a bit more to Taylor. Lana Del Rey's new album was really good. The Janelle Monáe was pretty good. The Olivia Rodrigo's very good. My personal pick was SZA with SOS. I think that's a really good record. To be honest, SZA or Boy Genius, they were my picks. Taylor Swift winning for Midnight, I think is a bit of an insult to all the people who won in this. And Jay-Z made a very interesting point because he won the Global Impact Award. And he made a point about how Beyonce's not won a Best Album Grammy, which, yeah, she should have won one, arguably last year, other years as well. But I think just in general, when it comes to the Album of the Year category, it's always one that they never seem to really pick the best choice. But this year, I think they've picked probably the worst album on the list, in my opinion. I'm quite annoyed about it, to be honest, because I get Taylor Swift is successful. I get she's got a huge fan base. She does make good songs. There was a few tracks on that record I liked. But best album? Really? Like, Boy Genius, Lana, Olivia and SZA all made great albums, and Janelle made a good album. Just Taylor Swift shouldn't have won for me, and I think that's an insult to those artists. Especially like artists like SZA and Olivia, who made their best albums. So far, of course, they could do better ones. That one upset me a bit, to be honest, because I really don't think Taylor Swift deserved this award. She didn't do anything really differently with the record. Yeah, I'm going to move on because I could be here all day to say why Taylor Swift didn't deserve that award, to be honest. But hey ho, listen to that Jay-Z speech where he's talked about some people don't deserve to be here tonight. I think that fits. I think that fits, to be honest. Song of the Year went to Billie Eilish for What Was I Made For, which very happy about. Love that track. And yeah, there's some good competition here. There was Lana Del Rey, A&W. As much as I've ranted about Taylor Swift, I do like Anti-Hero. Dance the Night is a banger. Flowers, Kill Bill. Vampire's not my personal favourite Olivia Rodrigo track from the new record. But yeah, very happy that Billie won one of the main awards because it's such a beautiful song. And seeing a snippet of the live performance, I need to see that song live at some point. I would like to see Billie Eilish live at some point. When that will be, I don't know, but looking forward to seeing that song live, and I do. Best New Artist went to Victoria Monet. Congrats to her. She's been working in the industry for a while, and she's getting the flowers. I would have obviously wanted it to go to Fred again, but Victoria Monet is one of the deserved winners on this list, and I'm very happy for her because she's a talented artist, and she definitely deserves the award. Some decent choices on the list this year. Coco Jones, Noah Khan. I've not really listened to Jelly Roll, but I hear good things about him. No. Well done, Victoria Monet. Producer of the Year, non-classical, went to Jack Antonoff again for the third year in a row. Jack Antonoff is a good producer. I can't deny his ability to create pop and like indie rock and albums of those genres. And I get why he's won. He made the Lana record. He made the Taylor Swift record. He also made the 1975 record, apparently, even though I didn't think that was that great. But yeah, for me, I think Hit Boy should have won. The work him and Nas have been doing together has been tremendous. And the amount of stuff those two made together that was fantastic. I mean, yeah, I think he deserved it, really, Hit Boy. I think Metro Boomin's been on his grind as well. D-Mile obviously deserves to be here, and Dan Nigro did the Olivia record, did some work with Caroline Polachek. I think Jack Antonoff deserves to be here, but I think Hit Boy should have won. I really do. A Songwriter of the Year, non-classical, went to Ferran Thomas. I didn't really have a horse in this race, to be honest. He did make some good stuff. He made some average stuff as well. Nobody really stuck out to me in this list, to be honest. So I'll move on, I guess. I mean, Justin Tranter made River, Miley Cyrus, did some Renee Rapp stuff, did the Maneskin track as well. Again, though, nobody really popped out to me in this list. So now we have got past the main categories. Let's get into some of the others. Best pop solo performance went to Miley for Flowers. Again, you know, I prefer Billy, but congrats to Miley. Best pop duo group performance went to SZA and Phoebe Bridgers for Ghost in the Machine, which is a great track. I really enjoy that. I enjoyed the crossover between those two, and I think they go well together. Best pop vocal album went to Taylor Swift for Midnights. Olivia Rodrigo should have really won that award for Guts, but she won Best Album, so Taylor was obviously going to win that. Best Dance Electronic Recording. Okay, we're getting to some stuff I'm happy about. Skrillex, Fred Again, and Flowdown won for Rumble. And this was a good list, man. I mean, Aphex Twin, James Blake, Disclosure, and Fred Again with Romy were on here. But I love Rumble. It's such a fantastic piece of dance music that will live on forever. And it was probably one of, if not my favourite track of last year. So to see that win, very, very happy. And is Flowdown the first UK rapper to ever win a Grammy? I'm not 100% sure on that, but if he's definitely the first grime MC. First rapper, I'm not sure, from the UK, but he deserves it. And what a fantastic year he had last year, so well done, Flowdown. Best pop dance recording went to Kylie Minogue with Padam Padam. I'm not a huge fan of this song, to be honest. I think it's fine. I would have preferred it to go to Calvin and Ellie for Miracle or Troye Sivan for Rush. They were both much more catchy, much bigger bangers. At least it did go to that David Guetta, Anne-Marie and Coy the Ray track, Baby Don't Hurt Me, because that was pretty bad. And Best Dance Electronic Album went to Fred Again for Actual Life 3, which I was personally going for James Blake, and it would have been cool to see like the Chemical Brothers win or KX5. But Fred Again winning another Grammy I'm happy about, so congrats to him. Boy Genius dominated the rock categories. They won Best Rock Performance for Not Strong Enough. Personally, I was rooting for Black Pumas there. Not Strong Enough is not one of my favourites off the new album. I think it's a decent track. Yeah, I don't mind it. Best Metal Performance went to Metallica for 72 Seasons. None of the tracks on this list really were gripping me, but congrats to Metallica. Legendary band, of course. Best Rock Song also went to Not Strong Enough. I was personally rooting for Olivia with Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl, but congrats to Boy Genius. And they won Best Alternative Music Album. I think they deserve that, to be honest. I really enjoyed the record. Lana's record was also very good as well, but I'm happy they won that. And Paramore won a couple of awards, which is nice. They won Best Rock Album with This Is Why. And looking at the albums on there, I think that's deserved. Thank God it didn't go to Greta Van Fleet. And they also won Best Alternative Music Performance with This Is Why, which is a really good track. there was other good stuff on there, like the Lana track, the Boy Genius track, but happy that Paramore won a couple of Grammys. Now, R&B. Coco Jones won Best R&B Performance for ICU. I do enjoy that track quite a bit. Personally, I'd probably have gone for maybe Victoria Monet or SZA, but ICU is a good track, and congrats to Coco Jones. PJ Morton and Susan Carroll won Best Traditional R&B Performance with Good Morning. There was a lot of good tracks in this category. The SZA track's good. The Babyface and Coco Jones track is good. Lucky was good. Hollywood by Victoria Monet, Earth, Wind and Fire, and Hazel Monet was good. Like, PJ Morton is a very talented and very respected artist in the scene, but to see him win against like the big names like Victoria Monet and SZA and Babyface it's nice. So congrats. SZA won Best R&B Song for Snooze. It's a fantastic track. Great competition on here, of course. Victoria Monet and My Mama, I See You Again, the Robert Glasper track Back to Love and Angel by Halle, which I think is quite an underrated track. She puts in a really great performance on that one, but SZA Snooze, deserved winner. Best Progressive R&B Album went to SZA with SOS. Nice to see SZA pick up some Grammys. It's a fantastic record, and for me, is definitely should have won this category. Best R&B Album went to Victoria Monet for Jaguar 2. Congrats to her. Some stiff competition by Emily King, Coco Jones, Babyface and Summer Walker, but Victoria Monet deserved it. Now on to the Rap Awards. So Killer Mike just cleaned the floor. He won Best Rap Performance for Scientists and Engineers with Andre 3000, Future and Erin Allen Kane. I was going for him or Blackfoot with Love Letter, to be honest. The other tracks on here did quite wow me. They were decent, but so I'm happy with that. The Best Melodic Rap Performance went to Lil Durk and J. Cole with All My Life. Again, none of the tracks on here really gripped me. I probably would have gone for the 21 Savage remix of Burna Boy Sitting on Top of the World. I'm not a big fan of All My Life. I know people love it and they love the choir and stuff, but I don't know, it doesn't quite do it for me. Congrats to Lil Durk and J. Cole, nevertheless. Scientists and Engineers also won Best Rap Song, and looking at the others in this list, it was by far the best here. That tacky Barbie World track was here. Lil Uzi with Just Wanna Rock, which I'm not huge on. The Drake and 21 Savage with Rich Flex is probably the second best on here. Best Rap Album went to Killer Mike for Michael. I would have gone with King's Disease 3 personally. I think that's one of my favourite albums of 2022 and a real return to, well, not a return to form, but like Nas delivering one of his best albums ever. But yeah, it went to Michael, which I wouldn't pick personally, but I think Michael, Killer Mike deserves it. I think he's a fantastic rapper. He put out some great stuff. The people getting mad about Travis Scott not winning for Utopia, Travis Scott is a very talented artist, great producer, makes some great music, but he didn't deserve to win. Let's be real here. Now I'm going to talk about some of the other categories which I had some interest in. Chris Stapleton won a couple of awards. He won Best Country Solo Performance and Best Country Song for White Horse, which I love to see. Chris is one of my favourites in the country scene. That Zach Bryan and Casey Musgrave song, I Remember Everything, won Best Country Duo Group Performance, which is really good. I think that's a really enjoyable track. Best Musica Urbana album went to Karol G for Mañana Será Bonito. I quite like some of Karol G's stuff. I'm not a huge fan of her, but congrats to her on that. Only 3 nominees in that category though, which is a bit odd. Best Global Music Performance went to Bella Fleck, Edgar Meyer, Zakir Hussain and Rakesh Chaurasia with Pashto. I was personally going for the Burna Boy or the Davido, but congrats to them. And it was nice to see that the Grammys were putting a spotlight on South Asian music, in my opinion. I think that was really great to see, because I think South Asian music isn't like the most mainstream. Occasionally we get something that does well in the UK, but that's cool to see. Tyler won the first ever Best African Music Performance for Water, which is a great track. I really enjoy it. I mean, it was a great nominee list, wasn't it? It was Ashake and Olamide with Amapiano, Burna Boy City Boys, Davido and Musa Keys with Una Vele, and Arya Star with Rush. I probably would have gone for Unavailable personally, but Water is a fantastic track and Tyler's got a great year ahead of her. Best Global Music Album went to Shakti for This Moment. I was personally probably going for the Davido, but congrats. Best Comedy Album went to Dave Chappelle for What's in a Name. Yay, transphobia. Best Compilation Soundtrack went to the Barbie album. I think the Barbie album was a bit inconsistent. There was some really good stuff on here as shown by the nominees, but I don't know. I feel like Black Panther or Guardians of the Galaxy's soundtracks were a bit more consistent personally. Ludwig Göransson won the Best Score Soundtrack for Oppenheimer, which I think is very much deserved. He did a fantastic job there. And the one that I was probably the most happy about was Star Wars Jedi Survivor winning Best Score Soundtrack for video games and other interactive media. So congrats to Stephen Barton and Gordy Hab. The soundtrack for that game is so lovely, and I think it goes a bit under the radar because it's a Star Wars game. You focus on the story and the combat and what you do, but the score was beautiful for that, so I'm really glad it's got some recognition. Billy won Best Song Written for Visual Media with What Was I Made For, which was basically a Barbie category outside of Rihanna's Lift Me Up, but What Was I Made For is a beautiful track, so I'm glad that won. Best Remixed Recording went to Wet Leg for their remix of Depeche Mode's Wagging Tongue. Lovely to see Wet Leg win a Grammy. And Best Engineered Album Non-Classical went to Victoria Monet for Jaguar 2. I was really hoping Caroline Polachek would pick up the Grammy for Desire I Want to Turn Into You, especially with all the work behind the scenes on the record. But congrats to Victoria Monet. Her music sounds very good, and you can tell that there's been effort put into like the production and how it sounds and how the vocals sound. So, yeah. Oh, and also Boy Genius was nominated as well, which I think is deserved here too. And that's my thoughts on the Grammys this year. Again, the smaller categories I think were a bit better, but the main categories were a bit of a mixed bag. The Taylor Swift one just bugs me a little bit, to be honest, especially as she's now officially the most successful artist in the Album of the Year category, considering some of the greats of music we've had that haven't won as many or haven't even won one Album of the Year award. It doesn't sit right with me personally, but, you know, let me know what you think in the comments if you're a Taylor Swift fan. You know, I'm interested to know, why do you think that deserved to win? I'm very interested to see your reasoning behind it and why you think it's better than the other stuff here. I'd also be interested to see why Travis Scott fans are so mad about Killer Mike winning as well. I'm just interested to see other people's opinions. It's always interesting, music discourse. I think it's what makes music so interesting, that people have different views and opinions on it. But yeah, until next time, folks, this has been another Tom Talks.